I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday to you all. Hope you all had a nice Tuesday night. Currently, I need the Giants. If the Giants win, I had a green night. I'm 2-1 in baseball. I lost my NBA bet, and the way I lost that was like, it's the NBA playoffs, so I'm placing these bets knowing that like they're most likely not plus EV, just doing some gambling, so it's whatever. But the way I lost that Oklahoma City team total under 113.5, the game was over, and they brought in the second unit, and they were just screwing around. Oklahoma City buried two meaningless threes at the end to land on 114, and I had under 113.5. Oh, man. That sucked. But, yeah, I'm 2-1 in MLB, sweating the Giants' money line. So looking like it's going to be a green night for me if the Giants don't blow this. I don't know why they didn't bring in Duvall. It looks like they are now. Why wouldn't he come in to start the inning? It's the 8th inning. He's your 8th inning guy. You got a 2-run lead. He's rested. I don't understand the logic there, not bringing in Duvall. It's a little disheartening. But, yeah, Duvall is in now. So, yeah, this is a big out here against Bobby Witt. This is a huge one. So it looks like Duvall's going to pitch the 8th. Walker's going to pitch the 9th. Hopefully I will close out and get a Giants win there. All right, so we're on to Wednesday. 15 baseball games on the board. Toast is actually flying out this way tomorrow. So in the morning, it's just going to be me and Lageza. So I'm just going to facilitate, pass the rock to John, and let John go. Yeah, so let's get through it. First one up is Cincinnati on the road in Pittsburgh. People in the voice chat were saying just set it and forget it, first 5 under. It is tough to argue against that. Andrew Heaney's been pretty good. The Reds lineup, I mean, isn't giving you anything to believe in. Don't see any reason Andrew Heaney can't pitch well here. The Reds did score a few runs on him earlier in the year, but it was his first start with the Pirates. It was back on April 12th. They were able to score a few runs on him. But, I mean, since then, Heaney's been pretty rock solid. Just went into Philadelphia and pitched great. I don't hate that first 5 under. Personally, it would only be Reds or pass for me here. I doubt Bednar's going to beat Bobby Witt RBI single. It's 3-2.
San Francisco's losing this game. Believe that.
I don't know why they waited to bring in Duvall in. It's freaking crazy. Oh, my God. What were they doing? But, yeah, Reds are passed. There's going to be no Bednar for the Pirates. He's pitched back-to-back nights, but they will have Santana and Ferguson, so it's not like the Pirates' bullpen's completely cooked. Reds are passed. Not betting this. Toast.
It would be the same thing for me. I actually might bet the Reds just because they have been playing a lot better. They had a stinker today, but yeah, it would only be the Reds for me. I think that obviously Brady Singer on the road hasn't been as great, especially his last 2 starts, but I do think this is obviously with the Pirates, a decent bounce back spot for him. Not to mention the fact that, as you mentioned, the Pirates bullpen isn't 100% and the Reds bullpen is 100%. Yeah, I had a feeling today. That we wouldn't see. That's why I didn't bet Cincinnati today. Is that after all those guys worked 3 in a row, I had a hard time believing that you were going to see him today. Usually, the old adage in baseball is if you go 3, you have 3 off. So again, I don't think all those guys are going to have 3 days off, but I think that it's nice to have 2 of them. So we'll get. I think you're going to see all the major bullpen arms tomorrow if needed for the Reds.
Oh, you said the Reds have off on Thursday, so they're going to empty the tank to win this one and win this series. Singer hasn't been good at all. His last few starts have been really shaky. But that being said, I mean, he pitched against Cleveland, whatever. On the road at Houston, the Astros at home have been pretty dynamite this year. On the road in Atlanta, so he's faced some tougher competition. This Pirates lineup just doesn't really match that description. What does Jonesy think?
Yeah, Reds money line, first 5 under. We got shitty weather. It's going to be raining a little bit, winds blowing in from center 9 miles an hour. Pirates can't hit, Reds can't hit lefties. Bailey Falters 0 earned 7 innings. Chris Sale 0, and so whatever. Gore 1 inning, 1 earned. They got Mitchell Parker for 5. Other than that, 2-0. So they haven't hit a lefty in like a month, like 3 weeks at least. And Pirates just can't hit, and it's going to be shitty weather. So first 5 under in Reds money line. This is going to be like a 2-1 final, something like that. 2-0.
You can get a under 4.5 at -120
on DraftKings. Yep.
Why?
I don't know, but
Brady Singer's been terrible.
I'm not going back to the well. I've already drained it twice. I feel like especially after today.
I've already drained it.
I'm just saying, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, Trev, you heard him. He's already drained it.
I had the same exact feeling with the Diamondbacks. Team total 3.5 today. We'll find out.
I mean, that's looking good.
Of course, they just hit a double as I say that.
Houston on the road in Tampa. This one came through for me. This was a nice one. I had the Astros team total under 4.5. They scored too early and they did nothing else the rest of the game. Now, this is interesting because you look at this one and what have we talked about the last few days? We talked about how the Astros can't hit on the road, right? The Rays line up anything but reliable. So you have the Astros on the road. The Rays line up who you can't trust. You got Hunter Brown, who's been one of the best pitchers in baseball. You've got Taj Bradley, who's not a bad starting pitcher in his own right. So everything points towards an under, right? 2 great pitching performances. Why is the total 9? Well, because we have heavy wind blowing out to dead center. It's going to be hot. It's an afternoon game. It's humid as hell, and strong winds blowing out to dead center. Giants got out of it, by the way, so we need 3 more outs there. So this is in this AAA ballpark, which is one of the most. It's been an over park all year. Teams have been scoring runs in this ballpark. You got heavy wind blowing out to dead center in the day and extremely humid. So the pitching matchups, the lineups, it's beautiful weather for scoring runs. Where does that leave you, Toast?
I don't understand why the Astros are under -140. It would only be the Astros for me. I played the Rays today. I got a little bit lucky with the walk-off there. But
I don't know, because the Astros kind of were lucky to score that one earlier. The Astros didn't really do shit, so you weren't really that wrong.
I mean,
I wouldn't call it a lucky win. I thought it was a pretty coin flip game the whole time.
But the reason that I played on them is because the Astros didn't have a bullpen, and so that's what came to fruition. I mean, they ended up losing the game in the 8th and the 9th inning. So with that being said, they are going to have everybody rested and ready to go behind Hunter Brown tomorrow. So it's even with the weather, I have a hard time believing Hunter Brown or the Rays touch Hunter Brown. He's been absolutely fantastic, and I know that someone might see the 8 innings against Texas and be like, "Ooh, that was a lot," compared to, and that it has been compared to a lot of his last starts. The thing is, he only had 91 pitches. His outing against Cincinnati, 101 pitches. His outing against the Royals was 100 pitches, and he was fine the next starts after those. So I don't really worry about the 8 innings after 8 inning performance, against Texas at all. And then his Taj Bradley, it's just kind of hit or miss for me. But I mean, if you look at his home starts, it was Atlanta at the beginning of the year when they couldn't hit. It was the Yankees, he got destroyed. The Royals and Milwaukee, 2 teams that can't hit. So I will give you that the Astros on the road can't hit either. But with such a big starting pitching advantage and such a bullpen advantage, also Tampa Bay used like everybody in the bullpen. They'll all be rested or not rested, but they'll all be available tomorrow. But Houston did just see them, so I already bet Houston at -135. I'm ready to get hurt.
No, I mean, I agree. It would have to be Houston. Taj Bradley hasn't been all that bad. He got crushed by the Marlins, but I mean, he pitched great against the Brewers. He pitched great against the Royals. I agree that at -135, it's got to be Houston. What do you think, Jonesy?
Yeah, another day, another Hunter Brown record win play, +115, record the win, and I also bet Houston money line -132. Hunter Brown 4-1 on the road this year in 6 road starts, right? 6, carry the 1, 6 road starts. 4-1 overall. He's been, they get up for him. He dominates. He shoves. The Rays haven't been hitting. Nobody's been hitting in this series, but I trust Hunter Brown a lot more than I do Mr. Taj here, and minus 132 was ridiculous. And Hunter Brown still plus money to get the win. I'm going to take that 8 ways to Sunday.
I probably would go just, if I was to bet this game, would just make a weather play here and just play the weather. This is crazy. It's dead blown down to dead center. This is one of those wriggly, crazy ones where it's like, don't think, just take the over. So I know the pitching matchup and the lineups maybe make you hesitate, but it would only be over for me here. I'm not. I would lean towards the Houston side, but let's move on to the next one. Cleveland, Minnesota. I don't think we have any idea what's going on in this series. Obviously, we've had back-to-back postponed games. Is there anything in place on what their plan is, Toast? Have you heard anything?
I just don't understand what they're doing with the suspended game. So
there's 2 suspended games now.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but I'm talking about the very first one.
Yeah.
So we have one that they're already in the middle of a game. Then we have this one that they got to make up. There's so much going on. Like, I honestly just have no interest in that.
Yeah.
I think they're going to try. I think they're going to try to play 2 games tomorrow. I think they're going to try to do that. I would assume, but honestly, I have no idea.
Anyone in the comments know? Have they announced anything about what the plan is for this? I mean, we're going to skip it, but let's see if anybody in the comments know before we skip it. Because I don't even think the weather's supposed to be good tomorrow either. Like this, they might not even play tomorrow. It's crazy.
Even if they say the weather is going to clear up and they're going to play 2 games tomorrow and I have zero interest in betting either one.
All right. So,
go ahead. The Twins scheduled to play tomorrow at noon, starting with the resumption of Monday night's suspended game. Tomorrow's originally scheduled noon game will start approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of the suspended game. Tonight's originally scheduled game will be made up at 1:10 on Saturday, September 20th.
September 20th. I mean, we'll be talking college football come that time. Toast will be talking about that game by himself.
That's so true.
All right, let's move on to the next one. So we're going to talk Baltimore Orioles baseball. And for those of you that haven't seen this, I posted it on Twitter. So go watch this video. In fact, go watch it now and come right back. I posted it on my Twitter. The Twitter's Kyle Kirms. Wow. That just sums up the Orioles. That play, dude. I held up before tweeting it because I was like, oh man, is he hurt? Oh my god. So yeah, go watch that. I posted on Twitter. All right. So anyway, give people a second to come back for those people that are gonna go watch that on Twitter.
I had to wait because I didn't know if he was hurt.
Yeah, because he went. He was like. Actually, wait, can I play it? I think I can play it. Hold on.
Man. I don't know why that made me laugh. Oh.
I think I can play it if I do a screen record, right?
Yeah. That literally was the Orioles season in a nutshell. Just one play.
Hold on. I can't do a screen record. One sec. Let's see. Yeah, I could do it. So I had to record it. This was just like, what is this? I guess it's just the full screen. Sorry, I'll just hit play.
Out of nowhere. Easy pop fly, and then in comes fucking Moan curling from the top right, just tore his meniscus. I thought he tore his meniscus or something.
I thought he broke his leg. The first time I saw it.
So this was my loss. I'm 2-1 in the MLB. This was my loss. I had over 8.5. We still almost got there, despite the Orioles' best efforts. I believe someone in the voice chat, I forget who it was. I think it was Benji or Dom or something, or Scoop maybe. Someone said, if you're still betting the Orioles at this point, you have something wrong with you.
AKA Eric Shipley.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you see Shipley's ticket?
Yeah.
So did he bet the Orioles today?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. So Chad Patrick, this is Jonesy's guy. He likes this guy. And I'm not saying that tongue in cheek. Like, they actually are big on this guy in Milwaukee. They think he's going to be a good starting pitcher for them. So, I mean, Brewers at minus 125. I'll check out the bullpen. Oh, the Brewers got to rest a couple of their main arms. Remember, that was the reason. What part of the reason I like the over today was the Brewers bullpen was in a situation, but they rested McGill, they rested Nick Mears. They did use Koenig and Uribe, so the Brewers bullpen is still a little bit compromised, but they do have a couple arms at the end there to close it out. I mean, how deep do you think Chad Patrick's going to go, Trev?
I think it'll go like 5 or 6.
Yeah, he usually goes deep. He's really good with that.
I'm looking at his starts: 6, 4 1/3, 6 2/3, 5 2/3. All right, so 3 of his last 4 starts have been quality deep into the game. Trevor, is this minus 125 too cheap? You play the Brewers here?
Yeah, I got minus 120. What the hell are we doing?
Yeah, what is this?
What in the hell are we doing? Like, you guys can clown on the Brewers all you want. They're not good. Yes, they're not as good as last year. They are a shell of themselves. But guess what? The Orioles are a 15-32 team. Just got swept by the Nationals, and they are fixing to do the same damn thing at Milwaukee. We got McGill will be fine. Uribe came in, so he's obviously not playing like you'd said, but they'll be fine. The Orioles have kind of fixed this Brewers offense a little bit. The 5 runs in each game. Orioles can't hit, can't do anything. They got a lucky Cedric Mullins home run who's batting like 178 the last like 3 weeks. Exactly. They had a home run last night. Other than that, they can't do shit. Chad Patrick much better at home than he is on the road. I will say it is a little nerve-wracking. That is a 110 game. Weird shit always happens in day baseball, but regardless, Contreras might not play either. Like they tend to do that on these getaway days. Early, just get him some rest for the following series. But regardless, it's the Orioles. I don't care if the Orioles somehow just light us up, or if Sagano and that bullpen just shut us down. So be it. Minus 120 is just criminal. So Brewers money line, easy. I think this is probably another under game too. To be honest, this is going to be like 4-2, 4-3, something like that.
I mean, I would have to agree on the total, but we got Adam Westbury in the comments who says Orioles team total over 5.5. The bats get to Patrick. That's a ballsy call right there. Toast, is there any reason to bet Baltimore here?
I'll buy your lunch if they hit 6 runs. And
you're going to buy his lunch? No way. Free lunch? Wow.
Hey.
Yo. Okay.
I'll put my $20 in my mouth.
Just so you know, I'm buying chicken parm. I'm buying cannolis. I'm in New York this week. Just saying. I do. Okay. No, there's no reason to bet Baltimore, but I do think that I agree with the under. I'm not going to say the actual words, but just know that I think that orange team might be able to win tomorrow. So again, there's no chance in hell I bet it, but I do think that they have a pretty significant starting pitching advantage. Again, it's just a matter of if the bats.
You think Sagano's significantly better than Patrick?
Right now, yeah, I do. I do, yes. So again, we'll see. But I'm not betting it. There's no chance in hell. You can still put up Milwaukee for me, but again, their Orioles are just so bad right now. They're toxic. There's no chance in hell I even look that way.
If I had to place a bet in this game, it would probably be this, and I'll pull up to get the most current price. They're right. You can't bet Baltimore and still look yourself in the mirror. Like you can't do it. But I think you can play on Baltimore in some next level way. You get a Brewers team total under 4.5 at minus 146 on FanDuel. So a Brewers team total under 4.5 at minus 146 on FanDuel. And I think this might be a decent bet for a couple reasons. So I might be talking myself into it right now.
Did they score 5 tonight?
Brewers, yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, first of all, the Brewers have been one of the coldest lineups in baseball. That's undisputable. Not even Trevor can dispute that.
Diamondbacks.
So,
my bad.
The Brewers have been one of the coldest lineups in baseball. That's not disputable. But they got bailed out a little bit. They played the Warriors. They scored 5 runs today. They came off a guy named Chase McDermott. But other than that, I mean, this has been one of the worst lineups in baseball the last 2 weeks, the last 3 weeks. Now we're getting Sagano, who's been good as hell. Say what you want about Baltimore. We could laugh at him all they want. I mean, this guy Sagano, like, we're talking quality start after quality start. Quality start after quality start. He's been reliable as hell. So I don't see any reason why Sagano can't pitch well against a very cold Brewers lineup. The Orioles bullpen is fine. And if we're saying, the Orioles suck, we can't trust them to whatever to score runs, man, the Brewers can win this game 4-1, and we don't even bat in the bottom of the ninth. so if the Brewers are winning, we lose 3 outs. I think
Giants win.
Chalk me up for a green night. Yep. So yeah, I don't hate this bet, Toast. What do you think?
I don't hate it. I think you take the last couple games. Obviously, they've hit it, but they hadn't hit that number previously. Like one time, that random Cleveland game where they scored 5 runs in the last 3 innings or whatever it was. So I mean, it's not. Yeah,
you can get
very similar.
Yep, I'm doing it. You can get a minus 145 on ESPN bet. I'm taking it now.
I have a hard. I honestly feel like Sagano could go 6 scoreless or 6 of 1. Yeah, like
that's what I'm saying, and he's pitching deep into games.
I mean, it's I mean, again, I know that Sagano. Yeah, it sucks because I really want to bet the Orioles tomorrow, like really, really bad.
You could honestly probably just play Sagano over outs too. Like the Orioles bullpen's kind of cooked. And they just used McDermott, Baker, Bautista, and Perez tonight too again. So, and he goes deep into games. So I mean, probably could just play his outs too if you want to back Baltimore one way or another.
All right, I just placed the bet on ESPN bet minus 145. Let me just share it in the Discord real quick, and we'll move on.
Oakland.
All right, so everyone has it. Okay, next. I like that bet because they might not even bat in the bottom of the ninth too. Like 5 runs is that's a big number for the home team for a lineup that hasn't been very good and a pitcher that has been good. I think the lore of how bad the Orioles are is getting us a few extra cents on that, and maybe even an extra half run or so. Cubs on the road in Miami. This was the easiest win of the day. The Cubs scored like 15 runs in a single inning to give me my over here. Cade Horton pitched against Max Mayer. Now, someone pointed this out in the voice chat. This is actually the exact pitching matchup we just saw when the Marlins beat the Cubs. We just saw this exact matchup, and the Marlins won that game. Do the Cubs get their revenge here? I honestly kind of think just over again. I'm pretty sure I've bet the over and hit in both games so far this series. Definitely hit it tonight. What do you think, Toast?
It would be Cubs or over for me. I'm not betting it. I don't like betting like that. But I mean, obviously, it worked again today, and I'm the only one sitting here with the loser with the Miami. So it'd be Cubs or over for me. I'm not betting it, but I'm sure everybody will, and it'll be an easy cash.
This is Bailey says, I told everyone the Mets are going to go super cold at some point. Kyle laughed at me. That didn't happen. Saying a baseball team is going to go super cold at some point is saying nothing. Every team in baseball is going to go super cold plenty of times throughout the season. So it's not a hot take. Every team goes super cold. Jonesy, what do you like here?
Yeah, Marlins at 5. Max Meyer much better at home. I know he's gotten rocked his last 2 times, but he still carries a sub 2 xFIP at home. Cubs has been struggling to get to starters. They bust up the bullpens. I think Meyer will be fine at home. It's again day game, weird game. Everyone's gonna bet the Cubs at minus 130. They just put up 15 runs today. Minus 130, probably free tomorrow. I think Meyer will be fine, and then the bullpen's gonna be the real bugaboo, the issue here. So Marlins first 5, but I ain't touching this game.
I thought Mayer's has been struggling though.
Yeah.
His last 2 have been rough. Rays got 3, Athletics got 5. 4. Other than that, it was 5. No, at home.
4.
Sorry, at home. At home.
Oh.
Why are we isolating it to just home?
He's better at home statistically on paper, and I know he got touched up, but he's been better at home than he has been on the road all year.
This dude's been struggling against the Rays, the White Sox, the Athletics, and the Mariners, and now you're trusting him to pitch against the Cubs in this ballpark.
Dude, the Cubs just put up 15 runs today. Look at what the Diamondbacks did. They put up 9 or 10 last night. They have 0. I know it's Yamamoto, but they still had guys on and they couldn't do anything. It's just you put up that many runs.
Before that too.
Yeah, off the bullpen. I'm talking. That's why I'm saying first 5. The starters they're not getting. They're getting to the bullpens.
It would only be
Fair.
Cubs here. I'm not betting this. Let's move on.
I mean, I'm sure the Cubs score another fucking 17 again today. Wow.
Tigers on the road in St. Louis. Oh, is it a bullpen day for the Tigers? It's Herter is listed as the starter. Herter,
Correct.
So it's going to be a bullpen day. Let me check to see if there's a primary listed.
It's Herter's the primary.
So yeah, this is a straight bullpen day for Detroit. Yeah, the bullpen is rested. Wait. They used some arms tonight.
They're not rested. I have St. Louis on the money line -112 for me. I have a full unit on it. So we can go through. I mean, the Tigers used. Let's see. Let me pull it up. Hannafy, Holton, Vest, and Tommy all tonight. All those guys. On top of the fact it's going to be another bullpen day, or a bullpen day for them. I mean, it's really hard for me to like Detroit here. All those, not to mention the fact that all those guys have worked a lot in the last 3 or 4 days as well. So I just feel like there's a huge disadvantage here for Detroit in the back half of this game. And then as far as Palante is concerned, I'm not trying to go to bat with him all the time, but at the same time, I mean, he's been pretty formidable his last couple starts. Again, they have been on the road, but I mean, only 2 home starts so far this year. He got rocked by the Mets and was fantastic against the Phillies. So as long as he can give me 5 or 6 innings of 2 or 3 run baseball, I think that we're more than live in this game. So yeah, I've already bet St. Louis for tomorrow.
What do you think, Trev?
Over 8.5.
I was thinking towards the under, bro.
I don't know. If you liked that Rays over 9, yeah, I don't know how you don't like the over here. We got a used up Tigers bullpen. Palante gives up runs, and not to mention that Cardinals bullpen's not that great. We got wind blown out to right center, 13 plus tomorrow. It's going to be 70 degrees, and clear skies. Both offenses since May 4th, so basically 2 weeks, a little over. Top 5 WRC plus versus righties and lefties. So over 8.5 for me.
Yeah, I got nothing in this one. This is a weird game because Toast is right. The Tigers did use a bunch of arms, but most of them will be available. Probably not Vest, but the other ones will probably be available. I don't know. This is a weird game. Mariners.
I really like the Cardinals tomorrow. Like I said, I bet them for a full unit. That doesn't mean shit. I've been losing my ass, but yeah, I love the Cardinals tomorrow.
Mariners on the road against the White Sox. Shane Smith gets the start against Logan Evans. Did the White Sox end up winning? Yeah, 1-0 was the final score. So both games, I've said the same exact thing. I've said under or pass both games in this series, and both would have hit. The weather is a little better for scoring runs, but neither team, I don't trust either lineup. So I probably would say the same thing here, under or pass. I really don't know. Jones, do you have anything for this one?
Yeah, Tigers. White Sox first 5 plus the half. Just fuck it. Give me money line. White Sox been fine. They're obviously their bullpen's what kills them. But Shane Smith has been really damn good. Mariners can't hit anymore. Like, they're just struggling. We got wind blowing out tomorrow too. And the what's his nuts? Logan Evans struggles against lefties big time. Like on the road. On the road, he's allowing a 478 average. Granted, that's a very small sample size, but still 478 average versus lefties. On the road, there's only 2 in the White Sox lineup, but overall, like, the Mariners can't hit. It's going to be a day game. Shane Smith is on the bump. I'll take the first 5 and want nothing to do with this full game. I do not want to trust that bullpen whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to trust Seattle to score. Shane Smith has been pretty good. I normally I laugh when you guys try to force a White Sox play, but gotta say it does kind of make sense. The problem is, do you really think the White Sox could score? Why not just go first 5 under?
Wind's blowing out like 13 miles an hour. I don't want to tempt fate.
What do you think, Toast?
I think Seattle money line at -150. You eat the juice and you just let it ride out. Yeah, Seattle offense has been bad, but I think that the Chicago White Sox offense is as equally as bad. And I think that Logan Evans is a name that a lot of people don't know, and I think that he's going to continue to get better so far this year. His first 4 starts, 2 of them on the road. He got lit up versus Texas. It is what it is. And then went pitched really well in San Diego. Pitched really well against Miami. His first start at home. Gave up 3 runs to a Toronto team that had been hitting right-handed pitching over the last couple of weeks. So I don't really fault him too much for that, but I just have a hard time believing that he's not going to pitch well against this White Sox team. He's going to be fighting for a spot in this rotation with some of these guys coming back. And as far as the Seattle starters are concerned, I really think I've been very, very impressed with what I've seen from Logan Evans so far this year. So Shane Smith has been good. Yeah, I'll give you that. But at the same time, the first 5 I want nothing to do with. I will give you that that's probably pretty equal, but with the Mariners have a full bullpen behind Evans. I think that 150. I think we're going to see it probably around 165s, 170s tomorrow. So Mariners on the money line -150.
I gotta say it makes sense. The White Sox are going to be missing probably their best bullpen arm in Boozer. Well, actually, he hasn't been the best, but he is their closer. So the White Sox are missing their closer. They might even be missing Steven Wilson, who's probably been their best arm. So the White Sox bullpen, already a terrible unit, missing what could be their 2 best arms. -152 is affordable.
Yeah, I have a full unit on Seattle at 150 on BetMGM.
What has this line done since open? It opened at minus, so it just opened. It hasn't done anything yet. Let's see what the best I can get is. I think I'm going to do that with you.
I literally just bet this like 10 minutes ago, so it should still be on BetMGM.
I can get a -150 on Hard Rock. And
Thread the needle. White Sox first 5 money line. Seattle full game.
I'm doing it. -150 on MGM. Taking the same thing.
Diamondbacks tied it up. Gabby.
Yeah, I saw that. Diamondbacks solo home run, 1-1 in the 9th. Man, thank God I didn't bet the Dodgers. I like the Dodgers, and I was like, I'm not going to lose with this team 3 consecutive days.
Wasn't there? God, I can't remember. I could have sworn there's been somebody on this show been trying to tell everybody that Tanner Scott is not a good closer. I can't remember who it was.
Guilty as charged.
Just can't remember. Interesting.
I believe your words were, I pray to God they put him out there in October. I pray to God. Why is this load? Come on.
Just saying.
The Snakes have had chances to score this game. That 8th inning really freaking hurt.
Why is
this Dodgers offense? Man, talk about it.
And they just had an Ohtani leadoff double, and they did nothing with it last inning. And Freeman's done that, I think, twice. Well, they got the 1 Freeman run, but he did it prior too.
It's just crazy, especially now that they have Tommy and Teoscar back. Maybe the first game it makes sense, but this one, Jesus.
All right, I'm in. I don't know why that took so long to get that bet down.
Yo, I swear to God, Oakland is so fucking bad. This team is like...
Dude. The Angels are just red hot.
I don't even need them to win. I just wanted them to score some runs.
All they need to do is tie it in the 9th, and you're good.
It's the same thing. Again, 4 runs in the first 4 innings, and diddly poo sense.
So I just bet this on Seattle -150 on MGM. Got it. Next game.
Unbelievable.
Royals on the road at San Francisco. Shout out the Giants. Came through for us today. Now we get Logan Webb. Now, is this guy Avila confirmed as the starter? Because I'm pretty sure we were talking about this in the voice chat earlier tonight, and it was not. We didn't really know who was going to be pitching for the Royals. Some sports books didn't have this market open, so let me check an update on that. Yeah, it's still, I'm still seeing undecided, so we might want to skip this one for now. If you guys have any thoughts, but. It's looking like, because someone was suggesting Royals team total under. I think it was Dom in the Discord voice chat, but it looked like that is opening at a 3.5 -170 to the under. So the market's all over that. Yeah, we all expect Logan Webb to pitch well against the Royals. There's going to be no meat on the bone trying to bet that. Maybe a Logan Webb to record a win or something. But I think we should just skip this. Are you guys on board?
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at San Francisco -1.5, just for the record. So I don't know if I actually do it. I haven't looked at what their bullpen situation is coming out of tonight, but as long as it's not too crazy, probably a good chance I do that. Just the Giants at home this year have just been just find ways to win games. So yeah,
they used Duvall and Walker, but Duvall will still be available. Walker might. Tyler Rogers will be available. Eric Miller will be available. They're good. Their bullpen's good.
Yeah, I probably end up doing that. Just again, San Francisco at home, just 16 after tonight, 17-8 at home. So just trying to figure out ways to play on San Francisco at home as much as possible.
Yeah, and their lineup, which they don't even have that good of a lineup this year, but they're a top 10, borderline top 5 lineup at home. These bats just sit at home.
Yeah, I'm going to bet that right now at +110 just for a small play.
I generally like playing like overs for day games with wind blowing out at San Francisco too. Like you get the sun, it's not going to be full blown bay effect. It's been fine, but I get it's Logan Webb on the bump, so that's going to be a big struggle to get that over, in my opinion.
I've got like 4 favorites tomorrow on a getaway day. What could go possibly wrong?
Braves on the road in Washington to play the Nats. Do you want to hear something blasphemous? Trevor would know because he was in there. They were calling Toast Steez and the people in the voice chat were referring to AJ Smith-Shawver as an ace. They were calling him an ace.
All right. Right on. That's a
like,
take.
Steez is like, yeah, well, then I was like, did you just call him an ace? And Steez is like, well, he's one of their aces. Like, this dude is not an ace. He does look good his last few starts. A pretty affordable price here for the Braves. I'm pretty sure Smith-Shawver just dealt against the Nats recently.
He did. He's been very good. Yes, there's no question about that. I will say he's pitched against Washington, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Colorado, Tampa, Miami, and the Padres. So usually if you're a number 1 or 2 or 2 or 3 starter on this team, 3 actually with Spencer Strider back. So, he's all right. I will say that there's a lot of discussions right now about like Paul Skeens and if he were to be traded and whatnot. If the Braves were to give up like an AJ Smith-Shawver and a Drake Baldwin and somebody else, then those discussions might be had. But he is good. I guess I don't want to act like he's not good. So yes, he is very good.
How do you not play on the Braves here?
Because Washington is just a sneaky team at home that finds ways to score runs at home. It would be over or pass for me. So same thing as yesterday. I didn't play it. It ended up going under. There was 7 runs in the first 2 innings and like nothing the rest of the game. So, but again, I feel like I said, I always want to play Washington, try to find ways to play Washington at home to score. Obviously you can't do it every day, but I think tomorrow is a good day for both these teams to score some runs. So it'll be over 8.5 or pass for me. I didn't bet it yet though.
If you're gonna go over, I would stick to the Braves. Dude, Smith-Shawver, maybe him pitching a great game against the Nats isn't a mirage because he's dominant against lefties. Dominant. 214 WOBA, 078 WHIP. Look at his numbers against lefties. The Nationals lineup is loaded with lefties.
Look at the teams that he's facing in those lefties, like the Pirates. Spencer Horowitz, Adam Frazier. Colorado. Who's the lefties on Colorado?
We're talking about the Nats. They fit that description.
I understand that. I'm saying his numbers versus lefties are dominant because he's facing teams with nobody that can hit from the fucking left-hand side of the plate. That's why I'm saying that.
Like the Nats.
And I'm not even trying to knock him down. I'm just saying, I looked at this a lot for the last yesterday or tonight. I feel like those numbers are quite vastly inflated because of the lineups that he's faced. Even a team like what was the other one? Tampa Bay with a whole bunch of lefties. They're bad lefties. Simpson can't hit. He's a AAA guy. Misner can't hit. Aranda hit or miss. The Lau and Lowe, okay, sure, fine. But I don't know. I went deep into this game because I really was trying to find a way to play on the Nationals. Again, I might be gasping at straws here. I will admit that. But I did look at that. I did look at those splits, and I don't know what to believe of them.
I would probably go right here. Probably get a nice price on Braves -1.5. What do you think, Jonesy?
Yeah, CJ Abrams over 1.5 bases. I forgot I got to pull up the price. Where you at? There they are. Batter props. All right. Total bases for Mr. CJ Abrams plus 115. CJ Abrams last 14 or 16 days, whatever. He's 16 of 44 with 3 homers and 3 doubles and a bunch of multi-hit games against righties. And then Smith Shawver on the road, 364 average versus righties on the road. CJ Abrams absolutely been lighting it up. I'm going to take him to get some bases tomorrow.
What's the price on Braves minus 1.5?
It's going to be pretty decent. Plus 105, plus 110. Yeah, plus 110. ESPN.
It's not as good as I thought it would be. Maybe Braves. You know what? Maybe Braves team total over. I don't like how the wind's blowing in from right field, though.
I know that's what threw me. That's why I didn't end up playing the over. That's why I trust me because that's why I ended up going down the rabbit hole versus the lefties because I was like, man, if we can, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be a pass for me. I want to bet the Braves, but I want to isolate the Braves lefties against Trevor Williams. They should smoke Trevor Williams. But if I'm taking lefties to hit with power, I don't want to take it in a ballpark where there's heavy wind blowing in from right field. That just sounds crazy. So
I will say though, if you think that you could make a small bet on Braves first 5 team total over 2.5 at plus 115. At least it's like
now the wind just fucks everything up. I mean, I think Braves minus 1.5 would be a decent bet there. But
I agree with that. I agree.
Mets, Red Sox.
Coldest lineup in baseball. They'll never hit again. I can't believe they paid this guy. What are we doing?
Meatball McGill pitching in Boston.
I want to bet his ass so bad. God damn it.
Me too. Let me check out what went down. So the Red Sox ended up winning 2-0. They used everybody. Yeah, this is a Mets. This is a Mets bet, guys.
I want to do it so bad.
Chapman back-to-back days. Slayton back-to-back days. They used every single one of their bullpen arms. The Red Sox. They'll probably use a bunch of them again. This is a Mets spot, guys. Mets up.
Yeah. Are you actually going to do it?
I'll do it. Absolutely doing it right now.
Okay. So
no hezzy.
I'll get in a second too. Not like I do think that sooner or later that the Mets those bats will wake up. Again, we talked about this 2 nights ago or whatever. They faced some very, very good pitching from the left and the right-hand side of the plate. So even if their numbers versus lefties over the last, let's just say 2 weeks, like we have on our spreadsheets, aren't good, sure, but why? Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Bailey Falter, okay, whatever, he sucks. But Matthew Boyd's really good. So again, and that's only going back to the end of April. But end of April, they were hitting lefties. So again, I don't really know what to. I understand that the Mets lineups have been really, really bad. I get that, but at the same time, he's been all right. And if there's one thing that Meatball McGill can do is that he can pitch against lefties, or he has been okay so far this year. So again, the xFIP isn't great, but it's not great on either one. But my point is that he also has faced the Yankees and Cubs back to back, and the Cardinals. The Cardinals are red hot right now. The Cubs and Yankees offenses, whatever we want to say and make fun of them at times, they're pretty damn decent offenses. A lot better than Major League Baseball average, that's for sure. So I do think there's an avenue for McGill to pitch well with the rested bullpen behind him. I really like that spot. And again, I think you're getting an overpriced game because of Garrett Crochet, and he's been very good. Again, I get that the Mets aren't hitting well right now, but Garrett Crochet's pitched against Atlanta, Kansas City, Minnesota, Toronto, Seattle. That's a good one. He got blown up. And then the White Sox twice. Who cares? I just feel like this price is a little bit wacky because the Mets have been a little bit cold at the plate. I will give you that, but not minus 150 cold like this. I think it's a little bit
plus 125 with one of the best teams in baseball in Boston, where the Red Sox always are never profitable at home. Crochet hasn't seen a ton of good lineups. I think the Mets could score on them. It's just, when you're betting, you never want to be a dog chasing cars. You never want to be like, oh, this team's good. Okay, I'll bet them. Oh, no, they're bad. I'll bet them. You're supposed to take a step back and analyze the market from a wider lens. The Mets are a better team than the Red Sox. You guys know that, right? Because I think a lot of people base their opinions on these markets on 4-day sample sizes. The Mets, we're getting the better team here at plus 125. Not to mention the Red Sox used every single arm in their bullpen, every single one. Chapman has pitched back-to-back days, Slayton back-to-back days. So the Mets also have this significant advantage in the late innings. Yeah, no-brainer. Mets plus 130. Jonesy.
First 5 under 4, minus 115. I'm not paying 146 for a first 5 under 4.5. We got wind blowing in from right field, 10 miles an hour. Red Sox have kind of been struggling to score. I know they put up 7. What was it? Saturday. Other than that, they've scored a grand total of
good point, Trevor.
9 runs in 3 games. So McGill, I think he'll be fine. Crochet, I think he'll be fine. Mets struggling to score and hit. But to your point, Boston used all the arms. So I don't want full game under. I just want to take the first 5, just isolate these 2 guys, and then what the bullpens can do whatever the hell they want. They can let up 25 runs for all I care.
All right, let's move on.
Yo, if I get off that plane tomorrow in LA and the Mets have 0, I might break something.
Nah, well, I'm not worried about early. I'm betting that because I like the Mets advantage late. So I don't necessarily think the Mets will smoke Crochet. Just give me a run or two.
No, yeah, I agree with that too.
Just give me a run or two. Keep us in the game late. That's when the Mets will win it. Rangers on the road in Yankee Stadium. The Angels are now up 7-4, by the way.
And of course, just like over hits, and I'm gonna lose my.
Dude, the Angels are red hot. It's crazy. The Angels are about to be a 500 baseball team. It's so crazy.
Just can't get lucky right now.
So,
of course, the over
Rangers on the road in Yankee Stadium. What's the price for the Rangers first 5?
Money line or run line?
It's a loss, so whatever that is. It's not even out yet. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I was on the wrong day.
What is it, Trevor?
I just had it up. I think it's plus 112 for the first 5 run line and minus 128 for the first 5 money line. And
you get a minus 110 first 5 money line with the Rangers.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
I just pulled up FanDuel. That was the quickest one I had open.
Yeah, is there any objection to why I shouldn't play DeGrom first 5 money line at a pick'em?
DeGrom back to New York.
Where he left because it was too liberal, he said. I don't know if that was a confirmed report, but he said that. All right, minus 105 on Hard Rock. What are we doing? DeGrom first 5 money line? Yeah, right? What am I missing here? I'll make it a smaller bet, but yeah, minus 105. I don't even hate Yarbrough. I don't like the Rangers bats, but it's the DeGrominator as an underdog in the first 5. Yeah, I just bet that. Let me just whoops, sorry. 1 second. Minus 105. Let me just share it in the Discord real quick. You guys want to talk?
I had the same thoughts as you, but yeah, just a little gun shy, I guess. I don't know. I had the exact same thoughts as you, so I just keep on getting killed in all these spots that I think are really good spots, and then these public teams like the Yankees just win. So yeah, you can put Texas first 5 up. I'll let you deal with that on your own.
Rangers.
If I thought they could score, I would play it, but I just keep on getting screwed by teams that don't score.
Trev, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go first 5 under. It's 4 minus 125. We got wind blowing in from right field, 13 miles an hour. Potential for a little bit of rain to just make things a little worse there too. And DeGrom back in New York, I think he'll be fine. And then Texas is really struggling to hit right now. So first 5 under. I think this could easily be like 1-0, 0-0, something like that. It's not like the Yankees have been absolutely crushing right-handed starters either. They've been getting like 2 runs off of them. So I think DeGrom will be fine. First 5 under. And I think Yarbrough will be just fine too.
Yep, I'm in. I bet this. Smaller bet, but I'm in. Padres, Blue Jays in Toronto.
Another loser for me.
Extra innings, boys and Diamondbacks.
It's going to extras. The Dodgers had 2 men on.
Yeah, they just Kike was up 3-0 in the count, and then he struck out.
Did you bet the Diamondbacks?
Yeah, plus 197.
Yeah, he was the only one that bet that game. Remember, he took the plus 190 or whatever. I remember.
Oh, I bet that game. I bet that game too. I lost too.
I waited till the morning to try to get a better number. I lost 3 cents of value. So
I almost had a winning night, and then the A's blew, and the Dodgers couldn't score.
What do you need? Just one of the A's or Dodgers?
Yeah, they won't score. It doesn't matter. So
yeah, it's one out already in the bottom of the ninth.
Diamondbacks can put me green.
it's just like fucking it's just like Miami. Everybody gets their over. Everybody gets their Angels, and I sit with my dick in my hand.
For Arizona, LA,
So fucking stupid.
Wonder what the bullpen situation is going to be. We're going to extra innings. The Diamondbacks have used Murillo, Graveman, Beeks, and Ginkel already. Yeah, we're going to have some seriously taxed bullpens here. This just might be like a blind over. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. Padres, Blue Jays. Y'all got me freaking talking about the Diamondbacks Dodgers. Padres, Blue Jays. Vasquez pitching against a bunch of righties. Toast, what do you think?
Toronto money line. Padres can't score. There's nothing else that matters right now. So not going to back a team that can't score runs again. So Blue Jays money line for me. Not going to bet it.
Trev?
Give me Randy Vasquez, money line plus 126. Again,
I like that too.
No such thing as a Toronto spot. Gosman has the ability to get hit up here. He kind of gets struggles to get run support too at times too. I think Vasquez will be just fine. I think the Padres, this is just what they needed to get back on track, was to see Kevin Gosman and blast him. Let me pull up the.
I don't know about blasting him.
Oh, they're going to be blasting all day tomorrow on Gosman. 288 average, 296 expected, 451 expected slug, sub 16% strikeout rate. Xander Bogaerts 17 of 54. You got Machado 6 of 20 with 2 dingers. Tatis 8 of 17, a double, 2 dingers too. I mean, their big bats have seen him and hit him well in the past. It's just what they need. They're gonna get to him. They're gonna get back on track. Padres money line.
Yeah.
Just to be fair, all those at bats were from 5 years ago. Just want to point that.
Who gives a shit? That's still popping.
I'm just saying. That's all I hear is the Padres numbers versus Gausman, and nobody mentions that it was from 5 years ago.
Yeah, I don't care about the Padres numbers against Gausman. What I do care about is Randy Vasquez against a lineup full of righties, which means that's a rare time where we can count on Randy Vasquez to get some outs.
I mean, there's some lefties: Varsho, Barger, Luke, Santander.
Not enough to move the needle for me. I mean, Varsho? I don't care about Varsho.
He'll hit a homer tomorrow. Watch.
Varsho was pretty good.
Yeah.
Three of the first 4 hitters in the Blue Jays lineup are righties. The other one's Santander, who's a switch, so not even a true lefty. The true lefty.
He hit a homer from the lefty side tonight, so he should be.
I wasn't implying that he's incapable of swinging the bat from the left side. I'm just saying when somebody has splits against lefties, I prefer the ones that scare me are the true lefties. Varsho, Barger, Nathan Lukes. Not a lefty-heavy lineup. I think Randy Vasquez can actually put together a decent start. Blue Jays used Little, Jeff Hoffman tonight, so Padres not only have the better bullpen, but the better rested bullpen. Yeah, I think this might be the spot where we see the Padres bats come back to life. Not to mention, I mean, Gausman just gave up 10 hits to the Rays in this ballpark. If the Rays can hit them, Padres definitely can. Yeah. I'm looking at Gausman's game logs here, the Rays, the Mariners before that, Cleveland. If you rewind back to when he saw some challenging lineups, the Yankees, the Astros, they both hit him. Plus 126. I think I'm down. I'm down to do this with you, Jonesy.
Yankees and Astros are both on the road.
I know. Historically, he's better on the road.
Just throwing it out there.
And just the real cap is just there's no such thing as a Toronto spot.
There's no such thing as a Toronto spot. It's smaller bet, but I got a plus 135. I'm doing it. Let's go, Jonesy.
Oh, Corbin.
What happened?
See ya. 2-run dinghy.
A 2-run?
3-1.
That's crazy. The Dodgers are about to lose again.
Shut it. Knock on wood. I've already been jinxed with the A's first 5.
Hey, who gave up that homer?
Someone called it.
Yeah, who gave it up?
Shit. Is it still Tanner Scott?
Weird.
They left him in?
Weird.
All right, I just bet this. I got a plus 135, by the way. So this graphic says plus 126. If you look, you get a nice number on this.
We got to get a real good number tomorrow, too.
Phillies on the road in Coors Field. You guys know the drill. I said Phillies in 3 straight blowouts, and then we take the Rockies Thursday afternoon and getaway day. I've been saying it since the first game of this series. So far, so good. So we're 2 games down. This is game number 3. 3 straight Phillies blowouts, 3 straight Phillies run line covers, and then we take the Rockies money line Thursday afternoon on getaway day. So just like the first couple games, Phillies minus 1.5, Phillies team total over, whatever you want to do. We're waiting for Thursday afternoon here.
I had the Phillies in a money line parlay today with the Giants, so I'm not going to tempt it again with a huge big favorite, especially with Taijuan Walker on the mound. So you could put the Phillies up for me. There's no chance in hell I'd bet this.
Yeah, me neither. Jonesy?
Yep, Phillies over 6.5, minus 120. Blomquist, 1 start this year at Arizona, got shelled for 5 in 4 innings. Phillies, not only are we going to get all 9 at-bats, we get all 9 at-bats against this bullpen and this Carson Palmquist fella. So over 6.5, just feed it to me. Weather-wise, winds blowing in 13 to 13 miles an hour, but it was also today, and it didn't matter at all. So over 6.5, where there's a will, there's a way. They'll get it done, and then they'll just sleepwalk through Thursday. But I don't know if I have the stones to bet on Rockies money line with you on Thursday.
The A's scored, but you need another one.
It doesn't, trust me. I appreciate you guys all with your positivity, but it doesn't matter.
Next up,
I know how things go. I've seen these movies before.
Angels on the road in Sacramento to play the A's.
A's first 5 was heartbreaking today.
Yeah, that was crazy. What the Angels hit a 3-run homer, I think, right?
Yeah, with 2 outs. I forget who was in the voice chat, but they called it. They're like, Athletics first 5. That shit was so free. Fucking immediately just blows up. Give up 4 or 5 in the top of the 5th. Incredible.
JP Sears against Kakanowitz. I mean, at what point is it just like, dude, you can't fade the Angels right now? Let me look at this bullpen. It's so fucked. But it doesn't matter. They keep winning.
I was going to say, I don't think it matters obviously they're winning games, but I think it's the bats that you have to focus on. Especially if you're getting like these decently priced team totals.
They actually managed.
Oh, Glenn, let's go. Strikeout. There we go. Losing day. There we go.
They actually managed to win this one without using. There's going to be no Jansen. But, I mean, they're going to have that guy Sefferhan. They're going to have Hector Neris, who's been terrible. They're going to have Sean Anderson. So the Angels actually are going to have some arms. I don't understand any of. I mean, dude, this team just keeps finding ways to win. It may only be Angels or pass. Same thing I said last night. Angels or pass at this number. What, Jonesy?
Yeah.
Over. Kanowitz off of a game of his life against the Dodgers, going to get shelled here. JP Sears, not great. I know the Angels not amazing versus lefties, but when they get them, they do hit them up. I mean, 3-3 and 5. Other than that, 1-0 and 1. So the Angels are just ridiculously hot right now, and you're going to get the A's bullpen and the Angels bullpen in this. Just give me the over 10.5.
Someone said
wind blowing out, and it's going to be 87 degrees at first pitch, blowing out dead center, 8 miles an hour.
Someone said the hog got cooked.
Dude, the hog got jinxed by whoever in the voice chat.
You're really going to blame. You're going to look dead into the camera and blame Hogland's performance on somebody's jinx in the Sauce Network Discord voice chat.
Yes, I love the Discord, but my God, I'm a big jinx believer. I fully believe in jinxing, reverse jinxing, the whole shebang.
I think jinx believer is a synonym for person of low intelligence. Toast.
Whatever synonym you want to use.
I was going to say, I'm right there with you, Trevor. So
I believe in ghosts, just like -5.5 is a trap number in basketball.
Yes, made up bullshit. Toast, A's, Angels.
Heavy on the pass. I have no idea what to expect in this game, to be honest with you guys. So I've lost every bet I've made in this series. I'm not going to do it again. So just pass.
Diamondbacks Dodgers, I suppose we'll probably have to wait to see what bullpen arm gets used here for the Snakes. But I mean, I could probably look and tell you who it's going to be.
They got double barrel going in the bullpen right now, so we're not sure.
It's not going to be. Ooh, do you think they'll use Shelby Miller? Is Shelby Miller up?
He only threw like 4 pitches.
I know, so maybe they use Shelby Miller. But if they use,
threw 17 on Sunday.
If they use Shelby Miller, then the Diamondbacks bullpen is in some shit for this one. But I mean, dude, this is crazy. It's plus 115 with Corbin Burns. Are the Dodgers bats just this ice cold? I know you never overreact to small sample size. That's how you lose bets. But this is crazy.
It's Dustin May Day. How do we not just take an over?
I mean, Corbin Burns, based on how the Dodgers are hitting, Corbin Burns might throw 8 shutout here. What do you think? Do you think Corbin Burns pitches well, Toast?
Do I think? Yeah. Or no, I don't think that he pitches well. But again, I've been dead wrong about this Dodgers team for 4 days now. So I feel pretty stupid trying to make a case that we're going to get to Corbin Burns. So you can just put up the Athletics or the Arizona for me. I guess until I see the Dodgers do something, I'm not going to act like they're going to do something. So yeah, Corbin Burns just blanked him. So I have no idea.
Corbin Burns threw 7 shutout against the Dodgers, just 7 base runners. That was at home in the desert. Now they're on the road in Dodger Stadium, which theoretically should be a tougher spot. But, I mean, the Angels didn't have problems beating this team in here. The Diamondbacks aren't having problems. Minus 136. Dustin May has good numbers against lefty bats. He actually pitched well against the Diamondbacks in the desert. I mean, I would go here. Dodgers at a very affordable price with a very significant advantage in the late innings, but Tanner Scott,
where's the significant advantage?
The Dodgers should have all their arms available, and the Diamondbacks won't.
Okay.
What do you think, Jonesy?
Yeah, I was trying to find the team total for the Snakes.
4.5, 110.
Minus or plus?
Minus.
Damn. Give me first 5. Give me the D-backs first 5 money line plus 102.
Sorry. You can get plus 105. You can get plus 105. I lied. Right. I'm sorry.
I don't hate either, to be honest. Dustin May can give up 5 himself. And Dodgers just broken. I don't know what's going on with them. They're broken. Knock on wood. Hopefully they stay broken for another inning. But yeah, first 5 money line plus 102 with Burns versus Dustin May. I'll go down with that ship every single time.
All right. So that's the last one. I'll be back tomorrow morning with to go through it, the slate again, share some final decisions. We got John Legeza coming on. For those of you who want to join. Betting league, I'll have everything up in about 30 minutes. I'll do the standings and all that. Yeah, it was a nice little Tuesday night. Let's follow it up with a good Wednesday. All the bets will be posted up, same as always. Hit me up if you need me. I'll be up for the next few hours.